Hey everybody, welcome back to my vlog for today. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe. I'm trying to do the same. I'm still trying to wake up. I made myself a nice hot cup of bean water. So I'm trying to still wake up. I'm hoping that this helps. Because honestly I'm too tired to do this right now, but if I don't do it now I won't do it later. um, so anyhow, today's Friday. And today is what I would normally reserve for a random topic, which is what I did today. But well, it's not really random because I did it last week as well. Let me bring this up here real quick. So last Friday I chose to do a topic on the simulation theory. I chose the topic of the simulation theory, I should say. And that's what I'm going to be talking about again today. Just because I think it's fascinating. I also think it's kind of scary in a sense, but it's definitely something to talk about. It's an interesting theory. It's one that's one of my favorite theories, but it's, like I said, it also kind of creeps me out in a sense. Thinking that our whole lives have been in some kind of a simulation. But I was watching a YouTube video, and it's called "You Are in a Simulation and Physics Can Prove It." By George Smoot. It was part of a TED Talk that I was watching. I got to finish watching and taking more notes on it. But so to start off here from my notes, let's see. So first things at first, we all know that we're human beings, right? We're living in some kind of a reality that's that we've known our whole lives. We also know that playing a video game, things are being simulated. Whether you've played solo against someone else or against a computer, it's all a simulation. And games like Grand Theft Auto, aside from physics and logic, is a perfect example of a game imitating real life. I mean, think about Grand Theft Auto, all of them. You can do whatever you want, and it's like real life, except you can go around doing whatever the heck you want. But aside from the physics and logic, like I said, you can just blow through a red light and not even have to worry about it. Whereas obviously in life you can't do that. But for all intents and purposes, Grand Theft Auto is a great representation of simulated reality. So, how do we know that that isn't what is going on now in our reality? It's very possible, at least I think it is. I think it's totally possible. I think that there could be a chance, we're not the only ones out there, and there's far more advanced civilizations out there in the universe that we don't know about, and it's very possible that they had something to do with our existence. And if they're saying that physics can prove it, I would think that there would have to be some kind of boundaries we would hit eventually to we would hit some kind of an apex at a certain point if we were in a simulation, because in video games you can only do so much, so in reality you can only do so much. I think, if that makes sense. But actually, in Grand Theft Auto you can do a lot of stuff, and there's not really any boundaries to what you can and can't do. But, it's like, so anyways, so the second part here is I took notes saying it could be possible in a sense of wanting to see results of a theory to be tested. So it could be possible that we were created to test out someone's theory. Some far more advanced civilization, we'll say. Maybe they had a theory they wanted to test out and they created humans to do that. It's not far-fetched to think that they mess with our genetic code to make us who we are now. But you can create a reality and arrange it in a way that fits your theory and watch it play out. So it's possible that, that's what's happening, is somebody took a random situation, put it into a simulation, and they want to watch and see what happens if we let it all play out. We could just be pawns in someone else's or something else's simulation. Also, another video game that makes this possible is The Sims. Between that and GTA, I think we are able to create two games like those that it is possible for a being or a civilization of other types of beings to create what would be to us a lifelike simulation, because this is all we know. This is the reality that we know. And if there is a civilization of beings that can reach us, they would have to be way more powerful and intelligent and possess the technology needed to reach us, but also saying that they do want to reach us. They may not, which presents another theory, the zoo theory, but that I'll save for another vlog. Also, it makes sense that they would be able to reach us if they're responsible for creating this simulated reality we could be living in. Clearly, they are far more advanced than us, if that's what you want to believe that's if you want to believe this theory. I believe this theory, and I do think that there's other civilizations out there that are far more advanced than we are. And I think that because of that, that's why we exist. I mean, it could be one of the reasons why human beings exist. I'm not saying that this is the end-all be-all theory of why, we exist, but it's a possibility. I try to keep an open mind, I mean, there's things out there that we don't know about. I mean, there's a lot of things out there we don't know about. This is one of them that we're still studying, and trying to figure out if it makes any sense, if this is what life is, a simulation. All it comes down to is proving it. That's why I want to finish watching that YouTube video, because the guy said you can prove it with physics, so I'm going to watch that today, and probably take more notes on it. But also, Fridays going forward until I've exhausted the fascination with simulation theory. That's what I'm going to be talking about for the next couple Fridays going forward. So Random Fridays has turned into Simulation Theory Friday. I think that's what I'll call it. I'm not sure. But anyways, I go on to say I think that we're close to replicating our own reality with the technology we possess these days. If we can create simulated realities through video games or even things like a flight simulator or any other games that mock real life, it is totally possible that someone else out there has gotten to the place where we are now and gone beyond that. So basically, we're getting to the point where we could, with video games, we can set up, a simulation and test out theories about, like how you want the Sims to play out. You can put them in a situation and see how they react to it. That could be what's going on with us, We're being put in situations, and it's being looked at how we react to them. It's just, there's so many possibilities out there, and I think this is just one of them that's kind of, I can't talk. I think that this is one of the simulations or theories out there that, it's possible we're in a far advanced simulation than what we know as far as our video games go. But just having the technology to create a game like Grand Theft Auto and replicate actual life as it is, I think is pretty impressive. That and just the like androids that we created, or humanoid robots like Sophia. I think I mentioned Sophia in some of my other vlogs, but if we can create something like that, who's to say we can't take it a step further and create another reality? Like, Sophia, does she have a conscience? Does she understand the concept of reality? I don't know. But it's totally possible that we could be creating a reality for somebody else, or replicating our own reality. Especially with virtual reality and augmented reality. These could be the next steps into what we become. With this power that we have as far as technology goes, there's so many things that we're able to do with our technology. And just thinking about if somebody did create a simulation and put human beings into it, I couldn't imagine what kind of technology they have. It's pretty crazy if that's what's going on. But we can, the things that we can do, we can create a human being, basically, like I said in my other vlogs. With 3D printing, you can create an actual person. At some point they'll be able to, print out an organ or something like that, like your liver or something. If you need like a transplant, you can 3D print a pair of lungs or something like that. But if we're coming to the point where we can do stuff like that, it's not far-fetched to think that some more advanced civilization created what we are and what we know today. So I'm going to leave it off here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about this more next Friday. So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the simulation theory. I'm interested to hear some feedback from you guys about that. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. We'll be talking more about this, like I said, next Friday. So I think I'll leave things off for here for now. And once again, thanks for watching.